Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. It's Dave here, Holiday for Two, and today I'm going to be unboxing and showing you something that I just got in. They just shipped it in to me. A company called SetPower recently contacted me and wanted to know if I would be willing to review one of their 12-volt car fridges. And I said, well, sure, I'd be happy to. We already have one, but the one that we have is a 48 quart and it's too big to put in the bottom of our RV. And I said, I need a smaller one. And they had one that fit the bill. So I'm going to go through and review this one. I really love these, and I'll give you some reasons why I'm really enthusiastic about trying this one out. The one that we have is a 48 quart. And I'll tell you about that one in a separate video. But this is SetPower's 32 quart 12-volt car fridge, and we just got in. I'm going to review it and kind of tell you a little bit about it. So let's go.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Alright, so what I'm going to do first is kind of break this video up into a couple parts. The first thing I'm going to do is open this up and just kind of unbox it and show you what's in it. This is the SetPower AJ30 G. Now, I'm not sure what the G stands for, but this is what came in the when they shipped it in. It just came in, and they asked me if I would be willing to review it, and they would send me one to review. And so I'm going to be reviewing this and kind of give you my feedback on it. We're actually going to take this with us on our next camping trip, which is coming up in a weekend, next weekend. So we're going to take this for a 3-day camping trip, and I'm going to try it out. The reason I picked this particular model that they had was the size. It fits in the bottom of my Coachman RV, and I can actually leave it in the bay and let it run all the time. I have another one that we took on our recent road trip, which was actually a little bit bigger than this, and it won't fit. So this is perfect for me. So I'm going to be trying it out. I'm going to unbox it, show you what's inside, and then we're also going to take it with us on our trip. So this is going to kind of be a follow-up to this as we go. But let's unbox this and kind of show you what comes in the box. So one of the first things you want to do is just to have be careful, kind of keep it upright, and be careful when you're slicing into the box. We bought, about a year ago, we bought an Arctic 32 quart, and it was about 150. I think I got it on sale for 140 or something like that, 139. But they run about 140, 150 for the Arctic, regular Arctic coolers. If you know what I'm talking about, you can get those at Walmart. Okay. Oh, all your stuff is in. I'm assuming this is going to be the cords and everything to plug it in. All right, well, let me show you what comes with here. I'm going to assume this is all the cables so you can plug into your car or charge it up. Let me take a look and see what comes in the box. This is with a nice pull-out basket. The dimensions of this are about 23 and a half inches on the bottom, and about, I want to say about 13 or 14 on top, which is perfect for me to put in my motorhome. All right, so a couple of things that come with it. You have some handles that you can either leave attached if you want. You can attach them. You can attach these to the sides. It comes with all the hardware to attach these in the box. So this is an outlet so you can plug it into your car. This goes into your cigarette lighter, and then this plugs into the unit here so that you can plug it into your car, cigarette lighter outlet on your car. My other one I use in the truck, and I have another cable, but this is going to go into like a solar power station. And so I have a couple of different ones. So this will go into the 12-volt output on your solar battery, or my Blue Eddy that I use, and this will plug into the refrigerator. This will stay down in the bottom of my motorhome. So all I really need is this one, a setup here so that you can plug it into a wall outlet at home, which is kind of nice. Okay, I see. So this will plug into a wall outlet. Then you're going to plug this into here like that, so that you can use this at home. So anyway, that's kind of what it comes with. It's just your basic little fridge. Once you get it plugged in, the controls are pretty self-explanatory. You turn it on, set your temperature, and you have an eco mode and you have a max mode and an eco mode. I'll give you all the absolute specs on the video here, but once you plug this in, you just kind of leave it and forget it. I would recommend having a second battery to run these so that you can keep it running all the time rather than plugging it into your 12-volt car. So anyway, that's what comes in the box. It's pretty easy to just opens up. It's got a lock, locks everything up, which is nice. There's the room that you got in there. 32 quarts. So now we're just ready to take this on the road and try it out camping. I have it plugged into the unit. There's also a fuse right next to it, which is kind of nice. If for any reason something happens and you trip the overload, to always check the fuse on there. But I've never had any problem with any of mine so far. And then I'm going to just plug it into my solar box here. I have a R600. And it already lit up. There it goes. So you turn it on. You turn it on, there's your temperature, and you can set your temperature. I usually set my fridge about 35, 36, and then hold that. So basically, this is 84 degrees. Hey, we're in Phoenix! Don't be surprised if you see that 84, because I just turned it on. It's 80, it's hot here. So it'll take a while to cool down. I have it on eco mode, and I believe now it's on the max cold. So let's see how many watts it's pulling on max. So on max mode, it's pulling about 60 watts, 62. Alright, I got it all running here. This is the eco mode light. If you push this button, it turns it to max. You'll see the blue light. That's going to take more power to run than the eco mode. But I set it at eco mode. It's already getting cold. This compartment over here is already getting cold inside here. Now once it gets cold, this will drop down. It's just like my other one that I have that we use in the truck. Your car will keep this charged up while you're driving, and when you stop and go into a store or have a bite to eat, then this will keep your refrigerator running even when your car is shut off. And that way you don't run your car battery down. So a good idea to have one of these. If you want to get a 12-volt refrigerator, it's a good idea to have a small solar power box to keep your refrigerator running while your car's shut off. Once it gets down to temperature, it should stay there without having to run a lot. So we're going to test it out this weekend on our trip. So we'll let you know how it does in the real world in Arizona heat. All right. This is also something we just acquired by SetPower. This is something that was sent to us by SetPower to try out. It's a 32 quart RV fridge, and we got it filled up with drinks and stuff. And I've got it plugged in down. Well, you can't see it, but it's plugged in down there to the AC 180 over there. And it's pulling about 40 watts, and our solar panel is bringing in 18. And this has been running it the whole time that we came up from Phoenix. So I just opened the bay up because it was kind of warm in here, so I wanted things to cool off. Isn't that nice? I love these. This was sent to us by SetPower. I'll put a link down below in the description for the SetPower. We'll give there's a code in there for a discount if you go through our code. But this is a 32 quart, and I'm trying this out. We have another one that we took with us on the trip to New York and absolutely loved it. It was a 48 quart. It was too big to fit in this one. I like this one because it fits right here in my little cubby. it just fits right in there. Isn't that slick? We had another Arctic that we kept in there, but the Arctic you had to put ice in. This one you don't have to put any ice in it, and it keeps everything 37 degrees. But we love those. We took it into the hotel room, huh?
Yeah, it was great.
When we stopped at a hotel, we took it into the hotel and used it for 5 days as our refrigerator, because this particular hotel was kind of cheap. They didn't have a refrigerator, but we used it for our milk and our creamer,
Our food,
drinks. If we had food left over from a dinner or something, we'd put it in there. So they're just so handy. Just pull the drink out of here. Cheers. All right, welcome back, everybody. So we have taken our refrigerator on our 3-day trip. I started this video off by showing you an unboxing and everything that was in the box and opening it up. And then we took it on our 3-day camping trip. And so now what I'm going to do is do a follow-up and show you some things that I liked about it, some pros and cons about refrigerators in general and why I like these, but there are some cons or some things that I think you need to be aware of before you start investing in one of these. So let's jump into it. Let's start off with some pros. I really like these kind of fridges. I have a different fridge, but this one is SetPower's AJ series refrigerator. This is one of their heavy duty fridges that they make. They make this, it says on the website, for semi trucks, but anybody can use these. You can use them in a van or a car, or as I use it in my RV down in the bottom. This is one of the smaller units. This is a 32 quart, but I liked the smaller unit because it fit in the bottom bay of my motorhome, as you saw in the picture. So the other one I have is a 48 quart, and it's much bigger. It won't fit in there, so I take it in the truck when we do truck camping. Let me open it up. It's really, one of these is really basic and self-explanatory getting them started. You plug it into the outlet down below. You can use I have a solar power station over here. That's a 600 watt solar power station. And I use this power station in my vehicle when I take it in the truck. But I can also use it with a bigger power station if I want to give it a little more runtime. But the 600 watt power station that I have runs this just fine while I'm taking trips in the truck. We did use a larger one on our 2-week trip to New York. There were times when I would leave it for longer periods of time. And as you can see, it easily holds 24 of the, what are these, 12-ounce cans. It'll easily hold 4 6-packs. So but I do have some oddball sized bottles of drinks in here, as well as water bottles in here on the top side. One of the things that's kind of nice, they have this little section up here. You can put like mustard, ketchup, condiments up in here if you want to, if you're going on a picnic. Really, there's a lot of room for how you want to arrange everything. And the basket that's inside here is removable, which is kind of cool. You can take the whole basket out and rearrange everything and then drop it back in. Plus the light. The light makes it nice if you're at night and you're trying to get in here and get a drink at night. There were times when I would open this up in the evening and I wanted to get a drink out, and the light kind of let me see what's in here. So most of these fridges do have a light. So that's kind of nice. It's really easy to set up. You plug it in, whether you're using your 12-volt power station or plugging this into a 110 outlet. You're going to set your temperature. I set this at 37 degrees and just forget it. And it maintains 37 degrees. It'll start pulling power when it needs it, but there are periods of time it'll shut off. And one of the other things I'd like about this unit over the other unit that I have is it does seem to have a little more insulation in it. I think they all have insulation, but this one comes with a little extra insulation on the top and the sides and the bottom, which kind of helps it stay cool longer. If you buy one of these, it might not be a bad idea to get one with a cover as an extra insulating factor. You don't want to leave these in the full sun. You don't want to put them out in the open somewhere. You want to kind of put them on maybe under a camp table or in the shade and let them run. You can always take your power box with you. Let's talk about the cons, because I can see right away when I bought one of these that there's going to be some things to think about. And before I start getting into the cons, if you like one of these, I will put links down below for SetPower that you can get these through their own website, SetPower's website. You get a 12% discount going through my link. You can also purchase these on Amazon. If you'd rather go through Amazon, I'll put an Amazon link for you below as well. But here's a couple of cons that I think, a couple of things that I think you should be aware of if you're just looking into getting one of these. First of all, they do have to be plugged in. So I guess you could say that's kind of a con, although a lot of us who travel already have power stations. And what I mean by a power station, I mean one of these, right? You have one of these. Maybe you have one. This is a 600 watt power station. It has a 12 volt outlet right up here, and it's turned on to DC. And this, I have it plugged in and running using that right now. I actually plugged the power station into the wall, and then I'm running this through the 12 volt outlet on the power station right there. And when it's running, right now it's not running at all, and it's not pulling any power right now. But when it does run, it pulls about 45 watts. So, like I said, one of the cons is you probably will need to invest in a power station if you don't have one already. If you already have a power station, then hey, that's even better, because then you've already got one of the things that you might need to run one of these. And it is good to have a small one, because let's say you want to take one of these out with you when you're going on a picnic, and you want to take it out of the vehicle, put it by your camp table or by a picnic table, and you want to get refreshments out of it, mayonnaise, mustard, those kind of things, or sandwich meat. Like we did when we took it into the hotel room on our trip. We had a bigger one, but we took it into the hotel room and used it inside our hotel room. In that case, I took the power box with me, plugged it into the outlet in the hotel room, and used it like a hotel fridge. And so that's kind of a positive, that's a good thing to do if you get into a situation where you want an extra fridge. But it does need to be plugged in. That's one of those things that I was talking about. If you don't have a power station right now, you might want to think of getting one if you purchase one of these. Now, they do make small ones. SetPower does have those for sale. And you can even get a bundle of a small power unit that you can plug in and take. It has a lithium battery in it, and it will run one of these for several hours, probably 10, 12 hours in a vehicle. So here's something though to think about that I've discovered, not just with this unit, but with any of these units. If you leave these in a hot car, they're going to run and use more power. Does that make sense? If you're going to leave one of these in your vehicle overnight, it will tend to warm up inside the vehicle, especially if you're like in Arizona where our nighttime temperatures are 85, 90 degrees. Then these will probably run in the car. They'll run while they're in the car, they'll keep running. So you'll need a bigger power box to supply power. You also want to make sure you keep these vents as clear as possible down here so they have room to breathe. I wouldn't recommend putting these in a real hot environment, not at all, because it's just going to use more power. It's going to work harder. In fact, any ice chest, we have another ice chest that we have that's one of the, it's an Arctic brand, but it lasts for about 2 or 3 days if you fill it up with ice. But even if one of those, if you put a regular ice chest in a hot car, it's going to make the ice melt even that much faster. So you just want to kind of think of those things before you leave these in a vehicle or take them out somewhere. Don't put them in the full sun. Don't leave them in a closed-up car. What I did when we took our other fridge with us on our road trip, I left the windows of the pickup truck cracked about 1/2 inch on the sides just to let a little air flow through. And really, we had no problem at all. It would run all night while we were in the hotel. If we were going into the room for just a night, get up in the morning, went out to the truck, and the power station was down to maybe 70%, 65, 70%. While I'm driving on the road, while I'm driving down the road, it would charge up the power station through the 12 volt outlet on the truck, power the power station back up, keep the refrigerator going. So it was like an endless sort of chain of power. So that is something to think about before you purchase one of these. Getting yourself a power station if you don't have one already. You can buy power stations that will be a perfect suited match for one of these around the price point of $250 for a power station that will be perfectly fine to operate this for 12, 15 hours while it's in the vehicle. So just something to think about. That's one of the cons. The other thing that, like I said earlier, you might want to think about getting a cover for one of these just to get a little extra insulation. They do make covers that will go over these also have handles on them that you can lift up, but these have handles that you can add to them on the side. You can also take the handles off if you want to. If you want to put this somewhere permanently and you want to take the handles off there, you can easily remove these. There's just 4 screws on each handle and they just screw in. When you get these shipped in, the handles come in the box. I think I showed that to you when I did the unboxing. So really, it has a 3-year warranty included with it. If you go through the website, I'll put the discount code down below. It's a 12% discount on top of whatever SetPower is offering. There's an easy manual here to read through. There's really not a lot of information that you need to absorb on one of these. They're pretty easy to set up and operate. So I hope you found this helpful. Like I said, I really like these. This is the second one we have. We have the one I keep in the truck, and then this one's going to be used in the motorhome because it fits right down in my little slot. So hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. Safe travels wherever you're going, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the little bell. And if you're interested in it, look down below. I'll put all the information for you down below. Have a great day, everybody. Safe travels. Catch you later.